Hello, my name is Ravel Gaither, aka the Mad Bagger, and welcome to my lovely channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna bring you guys along on a process of me making this beautiful crossbody bag. When I tell y'all that this crossbody bag is gorgeous, she's drop dead gorgeous. Like, this is definitely some of my best work. And like I always say, I say this all the time. I know I always say that it's my best work, but this is really some of my cleanest work that I've done. Personally, to me, just technique-wise, skill-wise, craft-wise, it's a lot of new things that I tried on this bag, and it came out adorable. And I'm gonna get up close when I say this. I don't call myself the Mad Bagger for no reason. I really be mad bagging. So this is the bag that I make in today's video, and do you see this bag? Do you see the curves on this? The pattern, the stitching, the cleanness. Like I always say, you know, the work in the stitch game is really serious when you can actually get up and close to the bag and the design, and it looks flawless. Like, this design is so dope. All of these different colors of denim look absolutely stunning together. So this one is made of 4 different shades of denim. So we have a really dark blue. This is like a more indigo blue. This one's a really dark blue. It almost looks black. I always say that every time I use this, but it's a dark blue. We have another dark blue. We have a medium blue, and then the light blue. And I kind of matched all of the colors and tried to balance them the best that I can to get everything to look cohesive. And it looks absolutely amazing. Like, we got the purse feet on the bottom, all silver hardware. We got a double zip feature on here as well, adjustable crossbody strap. And this bag is honestly insane. Like, I'm not gonna stop talking about it because this is really some of my best work. Like, hands down, I can't even believe that I did this. Like, amazing. Now, this bag does have a meaning, which I will go into towards the end of this video and talk about the meaning behind this design and why I decided to go with this one. But if you do want to stick around and watch me make this bag, please do make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys also subscribe to become a bagger. That's what I'm calling my supporters. You guys are the baggers. I'm the Mad Bagger. Y'all are the baggers. We be out here mad bagging. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, if you not mad bagging, you ain't got no swagging. And if you're also interested in this bag, please check out my link down below in the description box. It'll link you to my website. This bag should be up and available depending on when you're watching this video. If you're watching it years later down the line, or like a while down the line, it may not be available, but make sure you check it out if you are interested in this bag or any other bags that I might have up on my website. And also check out the link down below as well for my patterns. I have some available on my website as well if you want to make your own bags. And yeah, with all that being said, let's get into the video. All right, so I'm back in the studio, and today is May 29th, and over the course of the next few days, I'm gonna be working on this really dope crossbody bag. I love this design so much, and I always call them a crossbody bag, but this style of a bag is actually called a lady camera bag. I guess they call it that because the bag kind of, essentially, it's like they were camera bags at first, and people use them for cameras and the functionality of carrying their cameras and SD cards and lenses and stuff. But I guess a lot of people like the style of the bag, so they created a less functional version that was just like a regular style crossbody bag, but they call it a lady camera bag because I guess the ladies liked the camera bag, but they didn't want to carry cameras. They wanted to carry stuff, but they liked style and silhouette. I don't know, but that's what it's called. So yeah, I'm gonna be making one of those today. I love this design too. I don't know if I said that already, but the last time I made a crossbody bag or a camera bag was my last design for the year of 2024. And I'm gonna show you guys the sketch for this one. Get into it. Please don't play with the material. Y'all, do you see this? This is so dope. I'm doing this bag, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4 different shades of denim on this one. I love it so much. And when I originally designed this, I was like, oh my gosh, you know what this reminds me of? The you guys know, like, the outro screen of the Looney Tunes, where it's like that's all folks, and it has like the that's all folks across the screen, and it has like the outro, and it's like the big circles and stuff. That's what this reminds me of. And this bag does have a meaning, and it kind of ties in with that. I'll kind of talk about it a little bit later on, but I love this look and design. So again, 4 different shades of denim. It has this really nice curve design. We got really nice curve in the corners that we're going with, and this is just gonna be bomb. Now, I have spent the last 3-4 days, I want to say, doing pre-production, so I have all of my pieces already cut out. So for this pattern, it's a lot of pattern pieces for this design. Like, when I tell you there's a lot of pattern pieces, like, I've been cutting out a lot of pattern pieces. So essentially, for the like skeleton of the bag, I cut it out on this dark denim, but I'm gonna build up the patterning and the detail on top of this, kind of, if that makes sense. So all of these overlays are just gonna lay on top of the body piece, and it's gonna kind of cover it, but I just cut it out in this dark indigo to kind of give it like a I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, again, like I said, I have all of my pieces already cut out. We're going with the oval name tag. If you've been watching any of my last designs, you know I've been obsessed with the oval name tag lately, and I don't know why. I've been trying to design with more rectangle because I feel like everything is so oval, but I just keep getting drawn to the ovals, and I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. I just think I like how it looks. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, if you know me, you know I love a good template. I already have my template made up, so the first thing I'm going to do, as always, is I'm going to lay my template on my body piece. I'm going to dot where the overlays are supposed to hit. And this point, with this design, I kind of have to, each layer is what I'm going to have to dot each. I don't know how do I explain this? So like, let's say for one overlay, I'm going to have to draw it out, put it down, and I'm going to have to put the template back down, draw out the next one, and kind of build it up, if that makes sense. Because it's like, this one is like a overlay where you just like build up. I don't know why. I feel like I can't explain what I'm talking about today. Like, this is what I be talking about when I haven't filmed for a while. I be trying to explain stuff and it don't be coming out right, and I be sounding silly. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. That's what you're going to see. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a white thread, a dark blue thread, and I think this is going to be bomb. The interfacing that I'm using for this bag is I'm using Profuse. As you can see, the white is a Profuse, and then I'm using a Decaville light. Now, typically I use a Decaville heavy when I'm doing overlays, but I find that it makes the pattern pieces really, really bulky and stiff. So I'm trying something out this time differently, where I use the light instead, and all of the overlay pieces are fused with the light as well. So I'm going to see how the stiffness and sturdiness of it is with that. With the Decaville light instead of the Decaville heavy. I think I might like it more, so hopefully I like how that turns out. But yeah, that's what we got going on. I'm gonna stop rambling so I can get into my project, because I'm very juiced to get into it. Very juiced. So let's get into that. All right, so it's 2 days later now, and I just went ahead and finished doing all the overlays for the front and the back. And when I tell you these overlays look amazing, this is definitely one of the best patterns that I've done on a bag. Please look at how bomb this is. This is why I am the mad bagger. I always say I be mad bagging. I'm the mad bagger. And it's because I really be mad bagging. It ain't nobody bagging like I'm bagging. Like, that's just the truth. But this is what the front looks like. It looks literally amazing. This is some of the best overlay work that I've done on a bag so far. Like, these colors together look absolutely stunning. Like, I just love this so much. And then this is the back right here, which also looks amazing. Like, I know I just said it, but these colors together, mwah, chef's kiss. So I tried some different techniques with doing the overlays on this, so it looks really nice and neat. Like, again, this is some of the best overlaying work that I think I've done on a bag, and I love how it looks. It's just so amazing. Like, oh my gosh, I just can't stop looking at it. It looks so good. So now what I need to go ahead and do next is I'm going to go ahead and sew on the piping. So for the piping, I'm doing this the dark blue denim, and I think it'll look really cool because I feel like, once again, when you use multiple colors of denim or you're using multiple colors in a design, you have to really find a good balance of all the colors, because too much of one color will overshadow all the others, and not enough of another will just throw the whole thing off. So this dark blue I think will look really good around the border, and I feel really just tie everything in and make everything look really cohesive. So I'm going to do the dark blue for the piping, and then I'm also going to go ahead and start on the gusset. Now I do have my strap connectors kind of prepped, so I'm doing the dark indigo for the strap connector, and I'm doing all silver hardware on this bag, and then I'm going to prep up the gusset as well. So did I just say that? Child, I don't even know what I be talking about sometimes, but I'm gonna go ahead and start on the gusset, and this is the bottom support. I already have it prepped as well, and I am doing purse feet on this bag. I'm doing like these round, flat, circular ones, the ones that I typically like to always use on bags like this. I'm using these ones right here, so it's just the circular, flat looking ones, which look really good, and I'm gonna add those purse feet on. I'm gonna do 5, and then I'm also going to start on the zipper gusset as well, just to kind of knock that out and get that out of the way. So for the zipper, I'm doing this really nice navy blue. I want to say this color is like a navy blue with a silver coil. Love it. It has a double zip going on. I've been really feeling the double zippers for all of my zipper pieces. I've been loving the feature. I think it's really dope. And then I'm going to do a light blue denim for the zipper gusset, because again, we got to balance all the colors. They got to look nice. They got to look dope. So we got that going on. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna start on for today. I'm so far, let me check my time. So far, we are at 9 hours and 2 minutes into this project, and I've literally just done the overlays, and it was time consuming, but I mean, come on. I think she was worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead, do the piping, do the gusset, and the zipper panel, and I'll check back in and let you know what I'm gonna do next. So let's do that. All right, so it's the next day, and yesterday I went ahead and I finished up the piping around the border of it, and look at how amazing it looks. Like I was saying, I think this dark blue really pulls in all the colors really nicely and just kind of balances all of the colors. So this is what the front is looking like, and then this is what the back is looking like. Super dope. And I also went ahead and I finished up the gusset. So this is the zipper panel right here. Again, we have the double zip pull, so you can open it like this, or you can zip it, if I could grab it this way or the other way, whichever way you want to do it. And then I also put the purse feet on, the bottom support, strap connectors, and all that good stuff. So the whole entire gusset is ready to go. And I also went ahead and added on the pieces for the bias binding so that I don't have to worry about that later. And yeah, oh, I also did the rivets too for the strap connector as well. So I'm gonna go ahead now and start on the lining. And for the lining, as you already saw, I'm doing this really nice dark navy blue kind of color. So this is the color that I'm going with for the lining, and I'm going to do the typical that I normally do for the inside. So I'm going to do a zipper pocket, I'm going to do a slip pocket. I have my name tags and everything already embroidered out. I'm doing the light blue thread color on here, which I think is going to look super dope. And then for the zipper, now I was debating between two different blues. So there was a light blue with a silver coil, and then there was like this blue, which is like a minty teal, kind of, not minty teal, it's like a minty color. I don't know if it's showing up good on camera. I love this color so much with this blue. You see the vision? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead, do the zipper pocket, slip pocket, all that stuff, and then I'm gonna base the actual front and back lining pieces to the front and back exterior, because the way that this bag is being constructed, the lining and the exterior get sewn together all at once, so it has to be based onto the actual pieces before I sew everything. So that's what I'm going to, I messed up. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And so far, this project has been really smooth. Like, I don't know. I feel like the last few crossbodies that I made have just been really smooth selling crossbodies. Like, I haven't had any issues with them. Maybe I like making crossbody bags. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead, do all of that, and then I'll check back in and let you know what I'm going to do next. So let's do that. Okay, so I just went ahead and finished sewing up the lining, and I also basted it onto the exterior pieces. So this is what the back side looks like. I went ahead and did the zipper, and I added my name tag. And then when you open her up, it says made by Rovel Gator, which is mwah, you already know the vibes. And I really do love this blue zipper on here. I think it looks amazing, especially because you know the light blue on the outside, like you know the vibe, you know the vibes. And then for this side, this is the slip pocket. So I went ahead, added the pocket on here. I also put rivets in the stress areas, in the corners, just to make sure it's nice and secure and safe so it doesn't rip. The stitches don't rip, you know, when people open it up and stuff like that. And this is the inside. And yeah, so got those basted on. So now the next step is to actually attach the gusset to the front and the back exterior, which I don't think it's gonna be too bad. I'm hoping it's not gonna be that bad. We're gonna see, Chad, because sometimes sewing these gussets on, they are not as bad as you think they're gonna be, and then sometimes they're exactly as bad as you think they're gonna be, and worse. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and sew the gusset on, and then I'll check back in and let you kind of know how that went, and then show you a little bit of the process, and then what I'm gonna do next. So just go ahead, get it done. She looks freaking stunning. Like, I cannot stop looking at this. This looks so good. Like, come on now. I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and yeah. All right, so it's the next day, and I went ahead and flipped the bag out and finished up sewing on the gusset. And baby, this bag, I need you to get into this. Like, I know you see how amazing this is. Like, the quality, the colors, the shape, everything about this is eating down. Like, this is really some of my best work. Like, and I know I always say that about every new bag that I make, but like this, amazing. Like, absolutely stunning. I am so happy with how this is turning out. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna need time for this one to grow on me. I think I'm gonna love this right out of the gate. I'm loving it already, like, as it is. Like, this is bomb.com. So sewing on the gusset, honestly, for this wasn't that bad. It was a little difficult in some areas because, you know, it gets really stiff. Sewing on the first side is never too bad, but when you go to sew on the back side or the second side, it's a little harder because you don't have as much room because you already sewed the first side on, so you can't like put your hands inside and kind of maneuver and lay down the gusset and move it out of the way. So that was a little difficult, but it looks freaking amazing. I am so happy with this. So now the last and final thing that I have to go ahead and do is sew up the crossbody strap. So I have a long 1 inch, I think this goes up to like maybe 58 inches strap. So I'm gonna sew this with the white thread, and then I also have these swivel hooks that I'm gonna attach on the ends. I typically like to use the skinnier ones, but these are the only silver hooks that I have, so I'm gonna use these. I used them on the last crossbody bag that I did, and it wasn't too bad, so I have that. And then I also have the little strap adjuster right here, if it would focus. The strap adjuster that I have to attach as well. So that's all that I need to go ahead and do to pretty much finish this bag up. And I do have a test piece. I've been forgetting to show my test pieces towards the beginning of the videos, but I did sew up a test piece. It's kind of oversaturated on camera. But as you can see, actually you can't see nothing because it's freaking over. Oh my gosh, I hate when this happens. But yeah, I did this test piece before I even started sewing, just to kind of test out the pattern and make sure everything was gonna line up, see how the pattern was gonna look. And I don't know if it's showing up good on camera, but I mean, come on, like, it's really eating down, it's really eating down. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish up the strap, and then I'll check back in and kind of go over the meaning of this bag, the messaging behind it, and then kind of like my final thoughts about this whole project. So far, the project has been really good. Like, this is what, day 4? See, the day 3, I'm losing track of days. Child, one thing about it, I be in the studio continuously. I literally forget I forget track of the days. I'm always in here and I'm just like, what day is it? What month is it? Like, child, time be flying by. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, finish this up, and then I'll check back in and let y'all know my final thoughts. So let's do that. All right, so it's been a little over a week now since I finished up the bag, and I've had a good amount of time to sit with this piece, and I really didn't even need this one to grow on me because I loved it literally right out of the gate. Like the whole entire process of me making this bag, I was loving it. Like there was never a point in this project where I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm gonna like it, which typically happens sometimes. But no, I love this one fully all the way through, even all the way when I finished the bag and turned it right side out. I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally insane. And I feel like the reason why I thought it was insane when I first turned it out was because the overlays just looked so clean, and I hadn't even ironed the bag yet, or pressed it and gave it a good press. Everything just looked so clean and nice, and I was like, this is some of my best work. Like, it's really crazy how good I'm getting, and just like, it's so like, every new bag is just getting better and better, and I'm shocking myself and raising the bar for myself every single time. And it's just like, I'm so happy with the stuff that I'm making. Like, it's literally some of my best stuff, like hands down crazy. Like, I'm not playing with it no more. Like, I'm really, really mad bagging. Like, if you sleeping on the mad bagger, wake the up. So I finished this bag last Monday, so it's Thursday now, I'm dropping the bag tomorrow. So I finished this bag last Monday, and I was going to drop it that Friday, but I was like, I had some stuff going on, so I was like, you know what, let me just sit with it for another week and I'll drop it next week. So I gave myself pretty much a whole 2 weeks to sit with the bag and just kind of, you know, let it grow on me. Every day that I come in the studio, I look at it and I'm just like, wow, this is literally insane. I've never seen anything like this. It's so unique and it's so me. And that's what I feel like I've been loving a lot about my work lately, is that it's just me. Like, I can look at the bag and be like, that is so me. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, these bags, they're Rovel Gaither. I'm Rovel Gaither. It's Rovel Gaither. But I'm gonna go ahead and do some final shots and talk about some of my favorite things about this bag and what I love. So first off, you already know, we love the pattern over here. The pattern on this bag is insane, especially with all of these colors. I feel like I did have a hard time designing with the colors and figuring out where I wanted to place them, because too much of one color would be too much, and it was just kind of difficult, but I love how it ended up coming out. The back also looks amazing, and I also kind of like the back because it doesn't have the name tag, so it's not as much light blue as it is on the front, so it just looks a little bit more balanced, I would say, but I still love the front, everything. And the bottom, you know, we got the purse feet on there. We got the 5 purse feet, all silver hardware. And I do love that I decided to go with the double zip on here. I just like doing double zips, especially as of recently when I've been doing all of my zippers, I've been doing double zips, so I like that. And yeah, we got the strap connectors on here, which came out beautiful. And just everything about this bag is stunning. Like the patterning and the colors and everything is just mwah. Absolute chef's kiss. So I am gonna go ahead and show the inside, because as always, I'm not gonna be able to get good shots. Also, if my microphone or audio sounds a little bit weird, I'm using this new microphone that I got. I used it in my last video too, but I got a new microphone setup and I'm still kind of getting used to like the audio settings. So I'm kind of tinkering and playing around with it to get the right settings. But this is the inside. I hope you can see. It's that dark navy blue. It looks amazing. It's waterproof. We got that light blue zipper in there, which I, again, love that I went with the light blue because I think it looks really good. It's almost like a minty Tiffany blue type of color situation going on. When you open it up, it has the tag that says made by Rovel Gaither. And then on the other side, we have the slip pocket. So let's see, I don't know, this side might be hard to see, but it's a little slip pocket right there. And I did also, I don't know if you can see, I put the stress or the rivets in the stress areas as well. So this is a pretty big bag too. Like I made this crossbody bag. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but I made it a little bit more wider than usual. And the reason why I did that was because I needed more space to fit all of the overlay pieces. So it is a wide crossbody bag. So this is pretty big. Like you can fit a lot of stuff in here. And I just love this design so much. Like it's just so eye capturing and clean, and like it's definitely giving eyeball snatcher. Like it's snatching people's eyeballs, and that's why I love when I called that bag eyeball snatcher, because I feel like it really signified or symbolized the direction that my work is going, or like the works that I've been doing, and how it's just really captivating when it comes to looking at it and snatching people's eyeballs and just really drawing people's eyes towards it. I love that. So like I said in this video, this bag does have a meaning. I didn't talk about it. I kind of like to wait to the end of my videos now to kind of talk about it, because I feel like I have more time. Or not more time, but just I can kind of relax and just talk in a sense. So yeah, when I originally sketched this bag out, when I was doing my sketching, I instantly was like, this reminds me of the Looney Tunes. And I couldn't figure out why until I looked up the outro screen of the Looney Tunes, and I was like, that's literally what this looks like. And I was like, okay, I like that idea. I want to figure out how I can merge this Looney Tune idea with something that I can relate to and something that I feel like other people can relate to. So I think I designed this bag back in March, and I just sat on it and was letting the idea marinate in my head. And then one day it just popped in my head, you know, this really dope idea. So essentially, this bag kind of talks about how like life in general and just the world, like it's just crazy. Like life is always it's just always something, like always run into something, especially when it's like when you least expect it, like whether you run into health issues, financial problems, you know, struggling with money, or, you know, something happened with your car, something happened with this, your phone broke, you got this going on, you got relationship problems, family issues, that like something always just coming out of the blue, especially when it's like you're not expecting it, and it can just really knock you off your game. And it just makes you feel like, damn, like I need a break. It's like sometimes it's like when something happens so crazy, I don't know if I'm explaining this good enough. I'm gonna try my best. But when something happens, or let's say for example for me, I'm gonna use this example right now because I feel like it's perfect. My iPad. I use my iPad for my digital sketches. I use it for my timer on my iPad to time myself and things like that. And I thought it broke because the screen wasn't turning on, and I put it on the charger, it wasn't turning on, and I was like, wow, this is the last thing that I need right now. And it's like little things like this that happens that sometimes it makes you feel like your life is like a part of some show that you don't know about, and like there's cameras just watching you, and it's like you're always just being thrown all these obstacles, and people are watching you from people are watching you like you're in the show, and people are watching you, and the entertainment comes from you being thrown all these little obstacles in life, and people are watching you figure out how you're going to overcome it and rectify the situation. And people are just like, you know, it's like a little show. Like your life is just a show. You're always being thrown little obstacles here and there. This happens, and it's always when you least expect it, and people are just watching you to see how you're going to react to it. And then sometimes it's like, sometimes shit just happens and it gets crazy, and it's like, I need a break. Like, cut the cameras. Cue the little "that's all folks" the end screen, and cut the cameras. I want this episode to be over. I want to start the next episode. Like, I'm tired of everything going on right here. I want a new episode. I want to restart. You know, that's how I feel sometimes. So essentially, I wanted to I hope I'm explaining this right. I feel like it's a lot. I be thinking really too deeply sometimes about shit, trying to make art that I feel like I can relate to. I hope I'm making sense. I don't know. But yeah, so this looked like the end screen of the Looney Tunes, where it's like, that's all folks, symbolizing like that's the end of the episode. So essentially, I'm like, you know, when life gets too crazy and you feel like your life is just a part of this show, you learn to look for the cameras and be like, cut the cameras, turn it off, cue the end screen. That's all folks. That's the end of that episode. Let's start the next one. That's what this symbolizes. So I call this bag "cut the camera" because it's like symbolizing cut the cameras. Like, I'm tired of this. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be a part of this show. Just let me off the set. I don't want to be here no more. Like, I want to go somewhere else, you know? So yeah, that's a lot of explaining, but that's essentially what I wanted this bag to be. I feel like I really didn't explain that good enough, but that's what I was going for with this, and I love it. I think it's just a really fun play on just, you know, the curves with the bag, tying in the Looney Tune idea, and just, you know, life in general and everything, especially with the world. It's crazy right now. So much is going on. It's always something, and you know, when your personal life is always something too, and it's just like, cut the cameras. What is going on with this plot? Like, what's going on? How do we get here? Cut the cameras for real. What's going on? So yeah, this is the cut the camera crossbody bag, and it's perfect too because, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, this style of a bag, the silhouette, is actually called a lady camera bag. which is perfect because it almost even kind of looks like it can be a camera, like a camera lens, and like, you know, cut the like, it's just perfect. I love it so much. But this bag is going to be retailing on my website for $1,455. And it's definitely worth it because one, it's a bigger crossbody bag, and this is some of my best work. And yeah, I'm no longer justifying why my stuff is being priced what it is. It's just the price. So this is the bag. I love it so much. And yeah, the price includes the shipping and a duster bag as well, so you don't have to pay anything extra for that. And yeah, I love this bag so much. So I thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. If you did, I'm trying to hurry up and finish my outro because my camera is about to turn off and die, so I have to hurry up and finish this. But I thank you guys for watching. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Make sure you guys also subscribe to become a bagger. Make sure you like this video. Hit that bell notification so that you can be notified when I upload new videos. I'm trying to remember everything that I normally say. And yeah, just do all the things you need to do just to be notified when I upload new videos and stay updated. And yeah, all my social medias are linked down below. My website's linked down below and all that good stuff. And yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching. And the Mad Bagger is signing out.